because we're coming up on Valentine's Day and relationships are on people's minds. And really the whole goal of Valentine's Day is to connect and to feel loved and to share love with others. So I want to talk a little bit about the big obstacle to that in relationship, which is when the stress brain takes over, the limbic brain takes over and uses one of three strategies to communicate. And that is, it uses either the fight-flight energy of hyperarousal if it perceives a threat in relationship, or it uses the hypoarousal of the depressive collapse, freeze response energy. So fight, flight, freeze. That's what the brain does, the autopilot brain does when it perceives danger. It will use one of those three strategies and go on autopilot. And so if we are a fight-flight person, we're going to find ourselves when we get triggered in our relationships and that brain is misperceiving danger, and that's key, right? Danger for that brain is bodily harm in less than a minute, and then it goes on autopilot and it runs from it, it punches, or it plays dead. And unfortunately, it misperceives loved ones as dangerous objects sometimes. And then we find ourselves, if we're a fighter, right? We're calling names, we've raised our voice, we're yelling, right? We're trying to overpower, and that's an autopilot response. Or if we're a flight as our main habit, right? We're like, I'm out of here, and we leave the room, or we want to take space, or we have fantasies about ending the relationship, or when that person's gone. Or if we're a hypoarousal person and our habit is to go into that freeze response, what we'll do when we're triggered and that limbic brain is perceiving danger, right, that person is now a threat, we stop talking, or we look down at the floor, or we dissociate and we just kind of check out. We pick up our phones and we're just gone, right? Those are the freeze responders when that limbic brain takes over. So really important to recognize what your style is and to understand that that's a misperception. That automatic functioning brain is caught thinking that you're in immediate danger, and so it's using that very primitive strategy, fight it, run from it, or play dead, in order to problem solve, right? It's trying to solve a problem. The problem is that problem doesn't exist, which is that person may not be hearing you, or they may say something you don't like, but they're not a threat. And so we want to keep this prefrontal cortex in charge, where we can be able to be thoughtful, we can be open, we can be loving, we can be creative, we can pause, right? That's when we're regulated. And that's the whole point of neurofeedback as well, is that neurofeedback is teaching that limbic brain, hey, pay attention to the real present moment, because you're going to find that it's safe. And when the brain is perceiving that safety, it doesn't use that fight, flight, freeze energy in communication so much. And then we're able to access our other resources. So I hope you found this video helpful. And remember, the first thing we need to do is to become aware. Once we have awareness, then we have choice.